Hello, welcome to the very first Five Nights at Freddy's Rewind, the only annual FNAF show with excellent cinematography, pretty good writing, excellent script that I'm definitely following a script right now, and an original soundtrack.
I was inspired by Mozart.
And that's not all either. Today I'm joined by three other FNAF YouTubers who I'm sure you saw in the intro. I am joined by JonnyBlox, Ozone, and Underscore. They all do FNAF content, which, while it obviously isn't as good as mine, I still do highly recommend all of their videos and all of their channels, and I'll link them all in the description. There's a reason I'm doing this video with them. It's because I think they make some really cool stuff. And so, you know, I highly recommend you check them out. And I mean, if you're coming here from one of their channels, I'm basically at 10 million subscribers, so if you could subscribe, you could really help me reach that goal, so, you know. This is a video I've been planning since September. It's a big video going over events of the past year with some other YouTubers as a really cool community event. And when I say all the events of the past year, I mean official news, cool things happening in the community, like things the fans have created and done, and just a celebration of really everything that's happened in the community this year. Now, if you're looking for a specific segment, or for where the other YouTubers are in this video, just look in the description and there will be timestamps to all the important parts of this video, so you can kind of navigate easier. Now, 2020 was a bit of a weird year, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but it was for FNAF too, because, well, that's the only thing that matters in 2020, definitely. We didn't have any games, and that's kind of for the first time, well, since FNAF started. We've always had some game for every single year, until now. That being said, we did have a lot of progress on the newest game, Security Breach. We'll be talking about that. We had some really cool stuff happen in the community, we'll be talking about that. And what we're going to talk about right here, right off the start, is the amazing books that were released this year, because there were a ton of them. And also the progress that's been made on the movie, because while it's been awfully quiet, the movie production, there has clearly been a lot of stuff going on, and I'd just like to recap that. Well, not me specifically, but Ozone. Yes, Ozone is here to kick our video off with the very first segment, which will be on the Fazbear Fright books and the movie, and how the Fazbear Fright books especially really changed the FNAF game. I won't get into it too much since, you know, obviously it's his segment, but they really mixed the formula up, and they really remind me of Goosebumps, and just open up a whole new world of opportunities, tons of new characters, the Stitch Wraith connecting it all. It's crazy, but I'll let him explain that. And he's also going to be talking about the movie progress as well.
I finally read the first story, and it's amazing. I'd have to rate this story a 10 out of 10, I'm not even kidding.
Hey, the reason I call these books out is that, first off, they're just really good.
Hey guys, it's Ozone here, and I'm here to talk a little bit about the upcoming movie and this year's huge success with the Fazbear Frights books. On December the 26th last year, the first Fazbear Frights books, Into the Pit, was released, and since then 4 have come out. Another 4 have come out. We now have 3 stories of Fetch, 1:35 AM, Step Closer, and of course Bunny Call, along with the interesting ever-growing story of the Stitch Wraith in the epilogues. We discovered that the stories can have massive lore significance, such as in Step Closer, which can tell us the true identity of Michael Afton, Although originally Scott said there would only be 5 books in total, this year he has almost doubled that amount, and we have the names and the front covers of some of the upcoming books. To come at the end of this year, we have Blackbird, and then in 2021 we have The Cliffs, Gumdrop Angel, and The Puppet Carver, with very interesting and spooky names and covers. I absolutely love these books. They are my favourite part of the FNAF lore now. They have completely changed the formula of FNAF and how people look at it, and every story gets theorists running completely wild. So I can't wait to see what 2021 has to offer for Fazbear Frights and in FNAF in general. Thank you.
So excited to record this video, guys. Filming is going to be started in spring.
It's moving rapidly forward, and you know, I don't want to put a timeline on it, but soon we'll get it. Soon we'll get a movie. I really feel confident.
The FNAF movie is being created by Blumhouse Productions, led by Jason Blum, who have made several popular horror movies such as Insidious, Paranormal Activity, and The Purge. There haven't been too many updates for the movie this past year, but we have been reassured multiple times that progress is thriving and the movie is still going ahead. Theorists in the community believe that Jack Black may be starring in it due to his random Five Nights at Freddy's TikTok and his Glitch Trap cameo on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Five Nights at Freddy's, that's where I wanna be. Five Nights at Freddy's.
However, currently the film is in very early stages and there is no cast that has been fully confirmed yet. Very recently, Scott has actually made a post on Reddit about there being bad news about the FNAF movie. Turns out this was just a troll. Filming starts in spring and they have chosen a screenplay out of the many they have come up with. There was the F screenplay, the Plushies Take Manhattan, the Random Charlie, the Silver Eyes, the Pawn Shop, the Cassidy, the Misfit Kid, the Ghost Trackers, the Insane, and they went with the Mike screenplay, which has all of the best pieces from the others. I personally cannot wait to see where the movie will go. Judging from the Mike name, it seems this movie may have a small ounce of canonicity, and that means that parts of the movie may intertwine with some of the parts of the lore in the games and the books. I guess we will just have to wait and see.
Now, as I mentioned before, we haven't gotten a game this year, but there's been lots of development with Security Breach, which we'll talk about later, and FNAF AR has continued to improve that game. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of FNAF AR at the beginning, but they've made some huge changes to the game ever since, and it's been slowly growing on me. Here to talk about what exactly has been going on with FNAF AR is Underscore, and just how the game has changed this year and how it's changed the rest of the series. Take it away.
It's really impressive so far, and I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm very glad I finally got to check this game out, and I definitely want to do like a series on this thing.
And now it's time to talk about FNAF AR and the many things it's provided to the series over the last year. Though I should probably introduce myself first. My name is Underscore, and I do FNAF lore and theories, and anyone who knows who I am knows that I love to talk about FNAF AR, so I'm here to do just that. FNAF AR Special Delivery launched November 23rd, 2019, and since we've had so much new content that needs to be highlighted, especially the characters and skins. FNAF AR is a game where Fazbear Entertainment has launched an animatronic delivery service for anyone to interact with their beloved characters, but as we all know, things don't exactly go as planned. Somehow, a virus from some vintage circuit boards has entered the primary system, corrupting the animatronic behavior modules, causing extreme aggression towards anyone around. it's now more than ever a fight for survival against the robotic foes roaming the streets. Upon release, we started with the core 4 of Freddy, Foxy, Bonnie, and Chica, along with Balloon Boy, Circus Baby, Springtrap, and interestingly, RWQ FSFASXC. Though shown in promotional content, Plushtrap was noticeably absent, but we'll get there. The first edition of skins to the game were Toy Chica and Freddy Frostbear being released for the Winter Event 2019. Toy Bonnie came shortly after, along with Toy Freddy for Valentine's Day, and Mangle directly thereafter. Shamrock Freddy got released for St. Patrick's Day, with Chocolate and Easter Bonnie coming for the Easter event. Next, we got the Arcade Mayhem event with the fittingly named VR Toy Freddy, High Score Toy Chica, System Error Toy Bonnie, and 8-Bit Baby. Next up was the Wasteland event, coming in with Radioactive Foxy and Toxic Springtrap. Then for the summer event, we got Firework Freddy and Liberty Chica, which was then followed up by the Sizzling Summer event with the Flamethrower Endo, Broiler Baby, Scorching Chica, and Flaming Springtrap. Next up, preceding Halloween, we got Ballora, Ringmaster Foxy, Magician Mangle, and Clown Springtrap in the Dark Circus event, while Jacko Chica, Jacko Bonnie, Katrina Toy Chica, and the long-awaited Plushtrap, specifically for Halloween. One reason I'm really impressed with FNAF AR is about how much the game has expanded and kept the series alive. In between console ports or new installments, you're always going to have at least a new character or something to do, so the game has held the series together really well over the last year. It's also really interesting to see FNAF in new formats, such as AR and VR. There's surely much more to come to AR, including Lefty, Funtime Freddy, and possibly some new winter characters for this season, and I'm very excited to see what's coming for the series and into the future.
Now let's talk about the biggest game, the one that's going to be coming out next year, the one we've all been waiting for, Security Breach. Now, Security Breach, we haven't gotten as much official news for it as we would have liked. It's mostly been leaks, but those leaks have been really interesting, and we're going to talk about those, and then I'm going to talk about the official news we've gotten. But here to talk about the leaks before that is JonnyBlox, and then I'll be going over all the official news we've gotten after that segment. So take it away, Johnny.
Hey guys, it's me, JonnyBlox. I'm here to talk about some FNAF leaks that happened throughout this year, 2020. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's mostly Security Breach. In fact, it's all Security Breach. Man, I don't know what happened with that game. It just kept getting leaked over and over again. I guess they had a Security Breach? Honestly, let's not waste any more time. We have a lot of interesting stuff to look at, and I don't know where this is in the video. Doesn't matter, but I better see you guys smashing like and subscribing to Elementia right now. So the first leak we got was from Funko around April 21st. This leak was a listing of upcoming action figures, mystery minis, and plushies for FNAF Pizzaplex. We got Glamrock Chica, Glamrock Freddy, Montgomery Gator, Roxanne Wolf, and Vanny, spelt with an IE. We also got some plushies, 6 of them for FNAF Pizzaplex, as well as 12 pieces of mystery minis. Now at that time, we really did not know almost anything about this game. So we just took it as fact that these are the characters and that the name of the game was FNAF Pizzaplex. Now, of course, we know that that is just the name of the mall, the location we're going to be playing in the game. Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex, and the name of the game is Security Breach. And then a mere 3 days after that leak, we got yet another leak. On April the 24th, we got the cover for the 2021 16-month Security Breach calendar. And on the calendar, on the art, on the cover page, we got 3 characters. We got Montgomery, Freddy, and Roxanne. While Scott did say that these were prototype images, these were not the final designs, they do look pretty close to what their designs look like now, finalized. Scott responded to the leaks with a post called The Leaks with an angry emojicon, and it was one of the most upvoted posts that he has ever made. He does a lot of apologizing. He looks back on the days when he just handled things by himself and how much more easy it was back then. And while not only was that only concept art, it wasn't even finished concept art. He also confirmed in this post that the name of the game is not Pizzaplex. Around June the 26th, we also got another leak. Again, I'm still shocked to this day just how many leaks there were for this game. This one was back again on Funko. The calendar was Trends International's fault, but again, we're going back to Funko, and expect a few more leaks for them in this segment of the video. So right, the action figures and the mystery minis, these were the things that got leaked on this day. We got Vanny, Roxanne, Freddy, Montgomery, and Chica, as well as 12 different mystery minis, though there's only 5 characters, so there's a lot of recolors. And then it was around this time that, you know, things kind of slowed down. We were getting pretty close to the anniversary of FNAF on the 8th, and we were hoping for a trailer on that day. But then 2 days earlier, we got another leak. And this was, again, Trends International. Man, them and Funko just keep on leaking this game. This was the poster this time around, a poster that you can actually get right now. In fact, you can get basically everything. All the merchandise, all the posters, the calendar, you can get basically all of them right now, before the game's even out. Showed off Vanny, Chica, Montgomery, Freddy, Roxanne, and the security woman, who we now know to be Vanny herself. Honestly, it's a really good looking poster. I really do love it. I love all the poses, I love all the characters, I love Vanny's knife and how it's dripping that liquid. And then the anniversary came and went. No trailer, only a teaser of Vanny, and 2 unreleased teasers, but I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the leaks, and guess what? Only a few days after that, about 4 days, we got another leak. This was the finished art for the calendar, and honestly, it looks super cool. I'm really glad that all of these leaks at least looked cool. This was where it was confirmed, basically, that the name of the building was the Mega Pizzaplex. It also got fantastic art of Montgomery, Freddy, Chica, and Roxanne. And really, the last major leak that happened this year was the plushies for Security Breach. It's Funko again. You got Vanny, Montgomery, 2 Freddys. I don't know why this picture had 2 Freddys. I'm still wondering that to this day. I guess it was just there to fill up space because it would look weird if there were only 5 characters in there as opposed to 6. You know, it's a nice even number. And really, that's basically all the leaks, all the big ones really that we really should address in this rewind. So, thanks for watching my segment. Again, I don't know where it is in the video, so I don't know if I should like do an outro or something, or if I just say, okay, here's the next segment. So I'm just gonna say thanks for watching my part. Hope you enjoy the rest, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Goodbye. Or here's the next segment. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, Johnny, I had no idea I had to tell you everything to say. But in all seriousness, thanks for covering those leaks. As for official news, there's been a lot less, but I'm going to cover what little we did get. One thing I will say about Steel Wool, their games are amazing, but their marketing could be better. However, we have gotten some really cool teasers and a trailer. The teasers, while they didn't tell us much since we already knew the designs of the characters, had a really cool aesthetic, and I did prefer them to the old renders we would get. Those were always cool, but I like, you know, just changing things up once in a while with this new kind of art style. And then, of course, there was a teaser, not really a full trailer, but a teaser trailer that gave us Vanny's voice, kind of hinted at Glamrock Freddy being on the good side here, and probably the other animatronics as well. Showed us this moon animatronic, just really showed us a whole bunch. I mean, we didn't even know it was FNAF until Montgomery Gator showed up here, but when we did realize, dude, from there on out, it was an incredible trailer, and I can't wait to see what we get after that as well. And since Security Breach is coming out very early next year, according to Scott, I think we can assume marketing will really ramp up from here on out. But hey, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what's happened in 2020 here. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. What's the next thing we should talk about here? Let's take a bit of time to talk about the Fazbear Fanverse. Now, if you haven't heard of this, it's a huge project Scott started this year where he's going to start funding fan games and funding sequels to already existing fan games, getting them console ports, merch deals, all sorts of stuff. It's a really neat idea, and I'm really impressed that Scott managed to do this. I mean, getting fan games onto major platforms is something that's never really been done before. Now, Scott has said there could be even more additions to the Fanverse, but right now what we have is One Night at Flumpty's 3, Pop Goes Evergreen, The Joy of Creation Collection, FNAF Plus, and Five Nights at Candy's 4. And for our final little segment of the Rewind today, I'd like to take a little look at some of the cool things that have happened in the community. Just off the top of my head, the first thing that comes to mind is Dawko's songs. Now, Dawko is a big YouTuber in the community, but I mean, he's still a fan of the series, and one of the cool things he's done is started to create songs based on every story of Fazbear Frights. They're really well made, and the animation in them is spectacular as well, and I just really like these songs. Currently, we have one for every story in Into the Pit, the first book, and one song for each story in the other books will be coming out very soon as well. They seem to come out roughly every 1 or 2 months. Scrimpus McGrimpus's VHS tapes have also grown huge this year, and has spawned many spin-offs, and they're really well made, super spooky, just love those things. And the FNAF Reddit and other communities on different websites have been thriving, with actually the Reddit itself growing by huge numbers this year and gaining tens of thousands of followers, more than it has in years prior since, well, the beginning of the subreddit. If I could pick one artist from the community who I really admire their work, it would be Funtime Catty. It's very much Trevor Henderson inspired art, and it's some really incredible stuff. Just super creepy, and I'm a big fan. So I just figured I'd point that out. There's many other amazing artists, but that's definitely my favorite from the community. So yeah, 2020 has been a big year. There's been a lot going on. FNAF has been thriving this year. In fact, I'd say there's been tons of new fans and old coming back to the community this year, and with Security Breach releasing soon on the PlayStation, it looks like we could be starting to see a comeback. But we'll have to wait and see. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you're interested in more, check out my channel or the others in the description, just to see what we have to offer. And if you're new here, subscribe, because I have many cool things in the works soon. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.